제 181회. 스트레스가 쌓이면 어떻게 풀어요?
안녕하세요. Hello everyone and welcome back to Let's Speak Korean. 저는 Lisa Kelly입니다. I'm your host Lisa Kelly and next to me is
The other host?
very tired looking
Yeah, I'm
Steve.
a little tired.
What's going on?
Well, the semester's starting up. We got a new semester going, and I've got other things keeping me very busy, so...
I can imagine, actually, you just came out with a new book, so you're probably feeling a lot of pressure, a little stress.
Well, thank you for mentioning that. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, if you find our program rather hard, I hope you'll check out my book, Survival Korean. Anyway, yes.
Anyways,
We've got two students along with us.
Hi Steven, hi Lisa. 여러분 안녕하세요. 제 이름은 마리나라고 합니다. I'm from Ukraine and nice to see you again.
And we've got a new face.
네, 안녕하세요. 제 이름은 나디입니다. 파키스탄에서 왔어요.
From Pakistan.
Yes.
And Nadim looks a little nervous. Is it just because you're a little nervous about today's show? You must be feeling a little stressed. Actually, we're talking about stress and how to relieve your stress. So let's get straight into our flash animation.
Wrap it up
With Lisa.
and Steven. 리사 씨는 스트레스가 쌓이면 어떻게 풀어요?
그냥 집에서 청소를 하다 보면 기분이 좋아져요. 스티븐 씨는요?
전 땀을 흘리며 힘쓰는 일을 하면 풀리죠.
아, 일도 하고 스트레스도 풀고?
All right, we're talking about relieving our stress. We all have tons of stress. And Stephen has a really good line here that I think you guys should memorize. 리사 씨는 스트레스가 쌓이면 어떻게 풀어요? Okay, 쌓이다 is the actual form. 쌓이다, when you have an excess of it, when you've got tons of it piled up. And then 풀어요 is to relieve it or to get rid of something, okay? How do you relieve your stress?
Yes. We just had what they call in Korean an NG, which is a blooper. And the reason we had it was because I was pronouncing 사이다 wrong. You have to be very careful. Listen to Lisa's pronunciation.
쌓이다.
Saida, yes. Don't do the saida. It has to be saida anyway. And then at the end of that, notice it's saida. So how would you conjugate that into the oyo form? 사요요, right? It's a verb that ends in e. Those just like 마시다, 마셔요, 쌓이다, 쌓여요.
And we were saying last time when we had the word 풀다 is, for example, you can also use it when your muscles are cramped or aching. You said 근육을 풀다, or another circumstance in 쌓이다 too. Instead of just saying we have stress 쌓이다, other things we could use it for is, what if you have like a lot of work? You've got tons of work. 일이 쌓이다. Okay, 일이 쌓였어요. I've got
Pile up, just like
tons
in
of
English,
work,
right? My work is
I'm
piling
backed up
up.
in work,
Yeah.
right? And then Lisa responds by 그냥. This is a good word, okay? 그냥. Just because, for no reason. 그냥. Right? And then 집에서 청소. 집에서 청소. This sounds so typical of me too, okay? When I'm
Really?
stressed out, I gotta clean out the whole house. I gotta get rid of all the dust bunnies and everything, okay? 청소를 하다 보면 기분이 좋아져요. If I start cleaning the house, then as I'm cleaning, I realize that, all my stress is gone. 하다 보면 is what we want to concentrate on here, right?
That's as you're doing something, by doing something. This is really, it happens without you knowing that all that much, right? So, 이거 하다 보면 그냥 이런 결과가 나타나요. So something happens and you weren't even paying attention. And in this case, if you just start cleaning, the stress goes away,
That's
right?
right.
하다 보면.
It's kind of like Steve here at the beginning of the show, who was really tired and feeling a lot of pressure. And 가르치다 보면, okay, as he is teaching, he's like in a great mood already,
That's
you know?
for sure.
He's in his...
Every time I walk into the classroom, 가르치다 보면 기분이 좋아져요.
That's right.
Every time. Yeah.
Okay, so while we're on this topic, how do you relieve your stress? 스트레스가 쌓이면 어떻게 풀어요? What do you do?
춤을 추다 보면 기분이 좋아져요.
Yeah, very good. 춤을 추다 보면
Dancing.
기분이 좋아져요. While I'm dancing, I realize, my stress is gone. How do you relieve your stress? 스트레스를 어떻게 풀어요?
네, 제가 산책하면 그 스트레스 풀어요.
Okay, and then Lisa asks, Stephen 씨는요? Okay, this is a really good way to end the sentence too, because you don't have to repeat your sentence again. You just say, What about you?
Isn't that cool? How about you is so easy to do. You add the contrastive marker, right? And that's where you can really see how that contrastive marker is used. 는, you just add 는 at the end. What about you compared to me? What is your case, right? How about you? Yeah.
Okay, Stephen says, 전, 땀. 땀 is, what is that?
네.
That's right. That's a lot of sweat, okay? So, 땀을 흘리면 힘쓰는 일을 하면 풀려요. Okay. 땀을 흘리며, okay, he's listing two things, right? While I'm sweating and doing some hard work, before I know it, my stress is gone.
Yeah, and then Lisa, actually, I almost said it too. Normally in spoken Korean, you don't use this myo very
it's
much,
not
right?
used, right?
I see it a lot more in written Korean, and it means two things are happening at the same time. Often one is kind of the cause of the other. In this case, 전, which is short for 저는, right? The contrastive marker. In my case, 땀을 흘리며, and that is to sweat. 땀을 흘리다. 흐리다, right? And then conjugated, 땀을 흘리며, 힘쓰는 일을 하면, right? Then after I use my, you do something that requires a lot of energy, a lot of my power, then 풀리죠. Then it gets all worked out.
Okay, the last sentence we have is ah. When you say ah, it's not, well, you can do it when you say ah, which means open your mouth. But here it's when you have a thought or a realization, you can say ah. Or ah, right? 일도 하고 스트레스도 풀고. I work and I relieve my stress at the same time. So just a quick example. Mariana, how about listening to music and relieving my stress at the same time?
음악도 듣고 스트레스도 풀다.
That's right. 스트레스도 풀고. Very good. All right, let's go on to our Korean Insight. Korean Insight.
And today's Korean insight is another 속담 proverb, ladies and gentlemen. 콩 심은 데 콩 나고, 팥 심은 데 팥 난다. So what's happening here? You plant beans, you get beans. You plant pot, which is a red bean, and you get pot. So what does this mean? It means that you get out of it what you put into it. No pain, no gain, ladies and gentlemen. And I guarantee that with all the work that you're putting into Korean, you will get a lot out of it. So keep up the good work, and I promise that in the future, 콩 심은 데 콩 나고, 팥 심은 데 팥 나고, you will get a lot of rewards for all your hard work.
Well, our grammar wasn't as difficult compared to the long sentences we had, but let's ask Steve to wrap it up for us.
Yeah, we had the 하다 보면, and then I think for all of us, we've been living in Korea for quite a while, right? 한국에서 살다 보면 한국말 배우게 돼요, right? Just living in Korea, you end up learning, and then you heard the other example. You're going to hear it again in just a moment. And then we had 는요 attached to the end of that, right? 스티븐은요, and then that asks for a comparison. What about you? And then, of course, 이거 하고, 이것도 하고. Okay, the do and go at the end. Listen for that too.
All right, let's go and review over what Stephen just said. Listen for our grammar and our new words in our flash animation.
리사 씨는 스트레스가 쌓이면 어떻게 풀어요?
그냥 집에서 청소를 하다 보면 기분이 좋아져요. 스티븐 씨는요?
전 땀을 흘리며 힘쓰는 일을 하면 풀리죠.
아, 일도 하고 스트레스도 풀고?
We had a few words that you should be careful of when you're pronouncing. The first one was 쌓이면, 쌓이면, to pile up. Be careful with the 쌓.
쌓이면, 쌓이면.
The second one, to relieve or get rid of. 풀어요, 풀어요, 풀어요. Okay, 스트레스를 풀어요. I relieve my stress. And then the second one is 풀려요, is the stress is relieved. Okay, so 풀어요, 풀려요.
풀어요, 풀려요.
Okay, the second one is good. 풀려요. Okay, so how we want to say. Thank you for joining us, and we'll see you back here next time. Bye-bye.
Send any questions to arirangtv.com.
Bye-bye. See you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.